Welcome back, and I'm glad you can be here. My name is Stanley Matsuda, and welcome to my wife's YouTube channel. So last week, I asked the question, when should I retire? And I had um, several replies that were hilarious. So Steve Souza said, I should retire now. Well, that's if I want to be broke and homeless, but that's not what I want to do. So anyways, Linda Bewley had some great answers too. Bill Almack, I think he was off by 9 months. I'm not really sure because I didn't do the actual calculations, but Mark Smith had it right on. So let's head on over to an online calculator website that I use called Desmos.com when I teach community college pre-calculus. For those of you who are interested, I just Google search Desmos and you get the first hit. Click on this link and I go to graphing calculator. And here we have the desktop for the graphing calculator. Now, remember, if I were to retire at age 67, I make $2,570 per month. So writing that as a linear equation, you would type in y equals $2,570 times x. So that's the standard formula for a line. And the slope here, $2,570, is how much money I'm putting in the bank every month, and x represents how many months. Well, the scale here is too large, so I'm going to change $2,570 to 0.2570. So just pretend we're on another planet and their money system has a totally different scale, but the months still work out, so it's okay. Now, if I were to retire 3 years later, how much was I going to get? It would be $3,204 times X. And again, I'm going to change the scale to the other planet. So it looks like this. But the problem is they both start at age 67. So I need to move the blue graph over so that it actually starts 3 years later. Well, that would mean I need to drop the y-axis down. So I'm going to drop it down 0.3204. Remember, that's how much money I'm going to get per month. Well, how many months am I going to get that money? That would be 36, which is 3 years. So I do that, and it drops it down. So if you look over here, this point right there, it's at 36. So it's 3 years later, that's when it starts adding money to the bank account. So we keep scrolling out. And here it is. Here's the intersection. Click on here, and we have 181.931. Well, we can actually type in an equation for a vertical line at 181.931. So we can see this green line intersects where my first retirement, age 67, red line, and then Stanley version 2, retiring 3 years later at age 70, the blue line, and they intersect right here at 181 months. So how far away is that? Well, let's bring up our calculator. All right, so I'm going to type in 181.931. That's how many months. If we divide it by 12, we get how many years? So that's 15 years. But what is 0.1609 years? Well, we subtract 15 years from this number, and then we have 0.1609 years. If we multiply it by 12, we'll get how many months? So that's 1.9 1.931 months, or approximately 2 months. Okay, so Mark Smith had it right. 15 years after I retire at age 67, that would be age 82. And then 1.931 months, or approximately 2 months. So that would be December, since my birthday is in October. So when I turn 82 in the month of October, and then 2 months later, Stanley version 2 actually catches up, putting more money into the bank. But at age 82, will I be alive? I don't know. Who knows? Only God knows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retire at age 67. So retirement, here I come in 8 years.